Hello and welcome to Goods of Together. I am Steffi, and today I am talking to you about my 2026 planner journal lineup. So I actually, when I was building my stack, I did not love how it started to turn out because I just bought what I liked. I didn't think about the aesthetics of how it would look all together. I'm I'm not a forward thinker. Let's be honest. I am a in the now, chaos, impulsive mama of two that only has minutes, spare minutes to actually order the things that she needs to do and that she needs to get, or let's be honest, not needs, wants, as you're gonna find out here in today's video. But if you're interested in seeing what I'm using each sterling ink hobonichi for, I think that's all I have. Oh, and my Archer and Olive journal. Stick around, comment on this video. Would you use any of these planners like this? Am I absolutely crazy for having 9 planners and journals for 2026? Or are you right there with me and my new best friend? Come on, let's take a look. And I hope that some of this inspires you to use your own journal or your own planner as a journal, to be honest. Or I hope that it inspires you in some way to get it together, because it gets it together. That's all that the God has put on my heart, is to create a space where we are just getting it together, because we are all living this human experience all at the same time for the very first time. So let's get into the video. From what I'm using least, I'm not going to be using this every day, I know it, but I did go with the Archer and Olive journal, dot grid journal, to create what I think I'm going to use as a Bible art journal, because I am starting a art Bible this year, and it's actually going to be in this guy. So you can see it, my friends. I was gifted this, and it was so funny because it actually, when I opened it up to do the tabs, I hadn't even realized. It is the Artisan Collection Bible, meaning like this was a collaboration of different artists, I believe. But I just loved that the Lord led me to use this as my art Bible. So I tabbed it up and I'm ready. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do artwork in here, but then I'm also going to do some art journaling, junk journaling in here, especially pertaining to anything, any revelations or convictions, or just like really good word studies and Bible studies. I came across a really, really good word study recently. So I'm really excited to put this in here, and I will share that. It's all about light, since I'm in John right now. But anyways, I won't be using this as much. I think this will be like a once in a month kind of thing. I don't even plan to fill this up. Let's be honest. I don't think I will be able to fill this up in 2026, but is my first time doing an art journal. So I'm really excited, like outside of sketchbooking and in my own personal journal. Like it's very, very specific to this kind of theme that I have going on for as far as like my Bible study goes. And I'm excited. I'm very, very excited for this one. But I'm going to give myself grace. This is so beautiful though. I have this on the shop, the Archer and Olive notebooks, the grid dot notebooks. I have this in a B5, and then I also have it in the A5. And I also have another one that's green, and it has a ginkgo leaf on it, and it is just so stinking cute. But I used this one to test out because I test out all my products. So I just thought this was beautiful. I just thought it would be classic and timeless. Even though it's a little bit for fall, I just felt like even in a few years, this will look so pretty, especially as it wears down. So let me know if you use an Archer and Olive notebook and how much you love it, or if you don't. I would love to know, because I'm excited. This is my first time using this. One that I'm doing that is not going to be every day is this A5 full year common planner, and I went with vertical, and I'll tell you why, because I have a specific idea for my family. So this is going to be my family keeper. Sorry, my family memory keeper. And this is where I'm going to have like our own personal goals. So I am currently in my Laurel Denise, tracking my moods, but I think that I wanted to do either a mood theme of the day for our family. So I think this will be the only page that I'm really, really keeping up with every single day. Or I might do a word of the day that describe the day for the family. I'm not sure yet. We'll see when I get there. But I do feel like this one, I'm only going to be allowing myself once a month. Like I'll be jotting down things in the dailies and in the weeklies, but I don't think that I'm going to actually work in this besides the daily thing every day. This is going to be something fun, like the Modern Day Scrapbook. We do have, or we are going to have, some quarterly goals, as well as like our monthly family meetings, excuse me. So we're going to have monthly family meetings, and this is where we will put notes. So this will be in like real time, right? And then I haven't chosen yet. I think I want to do a first photo of the month, like on the first of the month, and then the last day of the month. I just think it would be cool to see any changes between how we look, or especially my kiddos. I have 2 kids, and they are younger, so they are growing at a very fast rate. And you know that if mama's out there, like one day they look like a baby and the next day they look like a teenager. So I want to see the difference. And then I was thinking of daily gratitude, but that kind of feels like bland. So if you have any ideas for this here, for the daily in the quarter section, please let me know, because I would love to know any more ideas. I just couldn't think of anything besides daily gratitude, especially when it pertains to like my family. I'm trying to remind myself this year that it doesn't have to be so complex. It can just be basic. And basic is not bad. It's just simple, but it can be simple and deep. That's something that the Lord has really put on my heart. So here in the monthlies, I do think I want to do like every box is going to be one short memory of the day. And I also want to actually highlight the day that we have a date night, because we are very, very intentional about our date nights. And yes, we schedule them. We are that family, but if we don't, we will never be together, and we will never be intimate, and we will never just sit down and talk, or we will just be with the kids and sleep, sleep when we can. So we are very intentional with our date nights. So I was thinking like we would probably do one memory every day and like really highlight when we do our date nights and like what we do, even if it's just we watched a movie or we watched a third of a movie, because let's be honest, that's really what it's usually like. I want to do a monthly prayer, and then the monthly bucket list of what we're kind of wanting. So that's why I'm saying like I think this will be something that I do monthly and use monthly, and I don't really think I'm going to do it a lot. Now, the only thing that I will say is the idea that I have, the reason I even got vertical in the first place, is that our kids start winding down around 7. Winding down is a loose word. We're playing until about 8, and then at 8 we get ready for bed. But generally we're together by 7:30. So I had the idea of every day taking a photo at 7 o'clock or 7:30 or whatever, and pasting it here. So every day we're going to have a photo within these daily pages, or weekly pages, excuse me. And I just think it would be so fun to even write out like what we did for the day. So it's like our memory keeper of when we look back, like what we actually did for the day. And maybe it'll get a little redundant and boring as we go through it, but I still think it would be nice to look back and be like, oh my gosh, on April 9th, we actually did all of our homeschool, and then we went to the park, and we can look back and see like what we actually did, and then see a photo of the day. This is the one that I'm like, I love the ideas for this, but I'm the most worried that I won't get to it, right? So, and also one thing I do have to remember, and I wrote here, is remember this is for my family and not my personal like diary or journal. So I really want to make sure that I'm maintaining a memory keeper for my family and my kids and my husband and my marriage, and not just for, oh, Steffi did this and Steffi's worked from 4 to 6, so these are things that I really am thinking about in these back pages. A lot of collages, letters to family, the list goes on right here. I have like monthly recap, letters to family, gratitude collage of like a monthly memory that we did, like maybe we went on a trip, so it's like specifically that trip. That's event collage. What's collage family? I don't know. So gratitude collage would be like what we're grateful for. And then the collage of the family, it's just like different photos and different things, and kind of junk journaling in here, things that I pick up along the way. I am not that much of a junk journaler, mamas. I want to be, but let's be honest, I'm not really a junk journaler. But I have tried for my first time for a couple times, so I'm excited. Maybe I will like pick up things here and there and actually continue with that. We have milestone spreads because my kids are younger, so their milestones are very, very noticeable. Teen moms, I don't know if that would work for you. You let me know. Do you see milestones like just craziness? Um, I was thinking like of doing one page at the beginning that's our January favorites, and then at the very end doing like a December favorites, just to see how things have changed and how we've evolved or how our tastes have changed. I just thought that would be kind of cute. So the next one I have is going to be this other sterling ink. Now this is a horizontal A5 full year common planner, and this I'm a little bit hesitant of because I'm not sure if I will get to it either, but because I do plan on trying to keep up with it daily. So the rest, I'm like a crazy person and saying that I'm going to try to keep up with it. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 that I'm keeping up with daily. Oh my gosh. So in this is actually going to be my creativity tracker because I feel like the Lord is really, really, really calling me to in my creative era, guys. I'm living my creative era. So, but it's just to create out of joy and not to create necessarily out of making it into something or even making it good. I've dealt with perfectionism problems in the past and just not going because I want it to be perfect. So here are the different areas and breakdowns that I'm planning on being creative and allowing myself to just go and just have fun. And it's not going to be perfect and it's fine. Because I am a cozy coordinator at this house of 2 and of me and let's be honest, my husband, because I am his full-time assistant. I thought it would be kind of fun to track the minutes that I actually had to create. Like some days I literally have 5 minutes to create and that's all I get. And that's okay. So I can look back and just give myself grace that, yeah, I only had 5 minutes to write. And that's just, it is what it is. You know, like I'm not going to be hard on myself that I didn't do more. Or maybe another day I get 60 minutes or on my sister day, like I get 6 hours. I get a whole day to myself, you know? So, this to look back and see like actually how many minutes a day I had to create, that I had time to be creative and, keeping track like that. So let's see. I kind of wanted to put my priorities of like real life priorities because creativity is my outlet and I am a hobby activist. I am an activist for all mamas to have hobbies just to keep yourself being able to have a healthy outlet for your emotions, but also for just pure joy. I just find pure joy in having my hobbies. So like launches for my business, school things, Anthony things, that's my husband, my hubby things, like vacations, like things that are actual priorities because unfortunately creating is not my priority. It's just something that I am privileged to get to do. So, yeah, so like then it would be like creative goals. So that way, like if I don't hit these creative goals, I'm not just in my feels or I'm not just shaming myself and I can give myself grace and be like, listen, you're a mom of 2. You had 5 minutes. You had all these homeschool things this month. Don't worry about it, you know, or like this quarter. So don't worry about it. And then here I was thinking about like maybe, I don't know, making this a project planner of some kind, like stickers I coordinate with for my shop, goodsoftogether.com, which is, by the way, a little tiny stationery shop of all my mama favorites and the things that have literally brought me together and helped me create and helped me just live my best life. So I don't know. And then maybe my favorite creation of the month and like really giving myself kudos because I'm that type of person that I'm like, it's okay. You know, like even if I like it, I'll be like, it's okay. I always am kind of downgrading what I do and I want to get out of the habit of doing that. So in my monthlies, I do want to do a doodle a day and then maybe monthly prayer. I love to pray. Maybe monthly creative challenges like Inktober or like right now I'm on a writing challenge of just writing 35 words a day, which is so easy and it keeps me going. So maybe it would be like a monthly creative challenge tracker. And then maybe brain dump or creative ideas. I don't know. I feel like that's such a small area. I'm not quite sold on yet. So then this would be just so fun. Like I really want to do fiction writing, just short stories, like maybe randomly creating a story every single day. I know that's crazy. I know that I probably won't have time to do it every single day, but I think that would be really cool to look back at and really help me progress in my writing, since I am an aspiring writer. It's been my dream job since I was a kid, and I feel like the Lord has put a story in my heart. So I don't always want to write the story He has on my heart, because I feel like I can't get better in that way, but I kind of want to like growth hack my own progress by writing fiction every single day. And I just realized in this moment, this is a very niche type of planner journal. So this is probably not for everyone. By the way, there are timestamps down below. So you can just like go straight to the timestamp that you're looking for that's most interesting to you. Otherwise, thank you for being here. Here, I think I'm going to do a word of the day, like a calligraphy word a day, since that's something I'm learning how to do. Or I was thinking like maybe I would write like what I actually created that day, or like what I actually worked on, so that I can look back and say, okay, this is what I actually did. And then for my dailies, I think I'm going to do some kind of like mood board, vision board, like what I really want to focus on, so I can turn to this and be like, okay, calligraphy, like girl, you don't need to paint acrylics right now, because that's not what I'm focused on in this year. Maybe brainstorms for projects. I don't know. Well, this is definitely going to be a monthly mood board, but then I'm thinking for the daily pages, I might just journal about like how I'm feeling towards my creations, and if I have any feels or what I'm thinking. And this, okay, so the rest are supposed to be my everyday. This one is my favorite. Oh my gosh, I just fell in love with it when I received it. And when I got it, y'all, I tell you, I fell so in love with this and thought it was so beautiful. I was like, I need this as my personal journal. So I have decided that instead of using, like, I'm in a hobonichi right now. This is my journal right now. And instead of this, instead of a hobonichi notebook, I am going to put it in a hobonichi cousin, because I just thought it would be kind of cool to like have my wins. Like, for instance, these are my monthly goals, like my personal monthly goals. It could be whatever. It doesn't have to be a certain genre. It doesn't have to be creativity. Whatever the Lord is leading me to, that is what I'm going to put here. And then my wins. Like, I am such a person that, like I said earlier, that I'm like, oh, it's okay, But yeah, I just feel like it's such a great way to say, this is how I won the day. I really want to be someone that does not complain about anything. I want to be someone that always see God's face in everything, even if it's a challenging day, even if it's a terrible day, even if like I am so emotional, whatever it may be. I just want to be able to look back here and be like, I had 1 year of wins, and then a monthly reflection, because I love to reflect. I feel like reflecting is the only way to really grow. So I always feel like I end up with a monthly theme. So I think right here, I'm just going to like calligraphy, a monthly theme, maybe a prayer of the month, not sure. And then how that theme showed up, I thought that would be like really, really kind of cool. Is like, how did that theme actually show up here? Is like, i.e., if my theme is January, is presents for the month, it's like, okay, I pause before responding to my toddler meltdown, aka I pause before I just straight lost my mind. So that is really what I'm thinking would be kind of cute to see here. And also, I probably will do my own personal like mood sleep. Right now, I'm doing that in my Laurel Denise. So it would be like personally like my period, and like how I slept, and all the good things like that. So also, look at these little bunny clips. These are so stinking cute. I got these at Drum Goals in Houston, Texas. And I just am obsessed with them. They're so cute. I used to go by Bunny when I was in graphic design school. And Bunny. And I'm kind of obsessed with bunnies. Like, they're so, oh my gosh. Thought they were adorable. So then this will be like my micro diary. I was thinking maybe it would be like a mood memory, like my emotional sensory timeline, like a day in the life of. But also be more like storytelling, a little bit more poetic, like kids giggled, and flower mess, baking a cake, or, exhausted eyes, like trying to be a little bit more poetic, a little bit more romantic with it. I needed extra grace today, and candle song before bed. We'll see. That's kind of how I do my work one currently right now, is like, because I only have so much time. I actually don't. This is a lot of times what I'll do in the morning is I will do, what is my move the needle, like what do I need to do, and then later on the day, I'll go back and actually put in like what I did. So pretty sure this will be exactly what this is. It's kind of like, but a little bit more romance. Okay, I'm trying to romanticize myself. I don't know about you. And then I kind of was thinking this first monthly page, right? There's like one for every month, would be actually the end of month collage of life. So it's like all my favorite photos, maybe my pieces of art, maybe my stories, whatever I feel like. Or maybe it was like it pertains to the theme. I'm super into seasonal living. So it could be also that it's like seasonal living per month. And then I think this is going to be daily journaling. I kind of put this like what I got finished. I don't know. Maybe I'll put wins again. Maybe I'll put challenges. I don't know what I'm not sold about this yet. But definitely like a daily journal page and just journaling every single day. That is my goal. Lofty goal, girl. Lofty girl. And then I think these are super cute back here. But this is what I think I'm going to do about like what I learned about myself this year, or healing memories, lies. I don't know yet, because those can kind of, I think what I learned about me this year is going to be like the perfect end of this journal. So like when I look back, and if I ever read, well, I do read my journals sometimes. So when I read back my journals, I can see like kind of a reflection of like everything that happened, what I learned, and what I kind of grew from this year. And then this will be my tracker, like my books, my movies, my shows, my content input, like what I'm actually viewing. And then I would love to do like a year collage, like maybe like one picture a month, and then just a full like yearly reflection for this page and next. And then these, I think I'm going to do movement tracker. Probably won't keep up with this part. It's just too far on the back that I never remember. And then if you haven't personal diary, my 100s, like what I could put here, please comment below, because I do not know. Since I'm kind of like keeping everything else in other places, I just don't know what to do here. Unless y'all give me like a bomb idea, probably won't do anything. But I know y'all out here. Now I do want to check this off though, like my 365 days of journaling. So will I do it? Will she do it? Check back in December 2026. So the toe light cover was just so beautiful though. I just had to make this something that was like specifically like precious to me. And then this one is my content tracker. She is going to be, so her are going to be used every day. But what I loved about this one is that I'm very scared to make content. I'm always going to give you the truth. That's just one thing that I have learned. I used to not always be like that. And I'm just going to always give you the truth. I feel very called to make content, and yet I feel very scared that no one is going to watch, that it's going to be a failure, that it's going to be dumb, stupid, whatever. And maybe all those things will still be. And that's okay. But here I bought this one to track my content, which I think if you want to get into content creation, like you have to track your content, because I do think that analytics, data-based, data-driven content is actually the way to go. Because yes, you can be making so much content, and if you're just doing it for fun, you don't want it to grow, then cool, like that's great too. But if you want it to grow, like you have to give the people what they want. So I used to have an astrology YouTube channel that had gone viral a couple times. And since I came to the Lord, I have actually closed down that channel and started this one. Anyways, this is like my goal, right? So this is my goal of the week, like my goal of the month. Like I want to do 3 long form YouTube things, 3 story times on my podcast, it's called Goods Up Together, but it's Mama Steffi story times for your kiddos, and little discipleship videos. Like I want to do 2 shorts a week. But then I want to do weekly emails. Like in December, sign up for my email list on goodsoftogether.com, because I just want to be able to like talk about what I'm doing and what I feel like the Lord is doing in our life. And like for December, it's just all about being cozy and slowing down. Like I am saying no to things. I'm really focused on emails. So definitely join us on Goods of Together at the email. Just put your email in, you get a freebie. So There you go. Monthly intentions. So yeah, monthly intentions. And then here I want to do what I actually posted, what I actually scheduled, what I actually did. Because let's be honest, this is a goal. It's not a goal, actually. It's an intention, what I intend to do. But going back to the creative log, I may have only gotten 5 minutes. So mama did not do any shorts that week. So that's okay. I'm not here for a short time. I'm here for a long time. My sister-in-law just told me that her friend said that, and I was like, oh, that is so good. We're here for a good time, and we're here for a long time. So I'm not trying to. We grow and go slow here, and that's okay. Like, I am not trying to be the person that rushes anymore. I was always that person, and it's always left me in chaos and confusion. So now we are leaning in on slowing down and not rushing. So if I don't do all this, it's all good. This is what I plan to do for the month. And I kind of have, I went ahead and did the first quarter for it. Here in my January, I'm going to do the actual thumbnails that I actually posted, what I actually did. If this shows up as nothing, then I know that I need to kind of check myself. And I need to say, one, do I actually have the capacity for this? Or two, is this something I want to do? Or what's going on? Like, why am I not consistent? Why am I not hitting it? And then this is the piece de resistance right here, baby. So this is, I think, the most powerful part of all this is that posting when the content actually went live, and then metrics per platform, right? So like, for instance, if it's TikTok wants it's good like 24, 48, 72 hours. So after 48, 72 hours, that's when your content on TikTok peaks. So you need to see like, okay, after 72 hours, this is where it's at, right? And then you can kind of go from there, like, ooh, this did pop up. People seem to like this. Ooh, people did not like this. Let's not do any more of that. Or like, let's change it up, right? And then because I do have a lot of feels around it, if I can, I would love to put feels. And then if there is, I'm not going to put this every time. Like, if my content gets 100 views, like, I get that 100 people, if I was giving this to 100 people, like, I get that. But if it's like 3 likes, they didn't like it. Like, that's cool. And so I'm not going to put that there if I only got 100 views versus all the other content got 2, right? But if I had something that actually popped off, that actually people engaged with and loved, I am going to put that here so I can remember to kind of review it. And I have one for every day. Now, not every day is going to get filled out because I'm not posting content every day. But for the days that they do, I can keep a good tracker of everything. And this one is, I'm excited. I don't know what I'm going to put back here. Maybe brain dumps of ideas. Probably ideas. Oh, yeah, look, she already wrote that. Ideas. Probably won't use these pages, let's be honest. So this one goes with this gal right here, which is my working gal. Okay. She is what I've been using. I've been using this one here, this compact. No, not compact. It was just the part 2, which honestly, y'all, I love. I love being able to just take this little floppy baby to the coffee shop, and she's just so cute. All right. So for my work, and maybe you can use this too, is like, here is just like my content pillars. I also want to put my why, like, why am I even working? Why am I even trying to create a business? What is it that I'm doing? I'm currently in, taking a certificate for a digital marketing class. So that's considered work to me, because if I do need to re-enter the workforce, I can do that. That'll be a season to come if so. Here I'm going to do some goal breakdowns. I don't know yet. I didn't think about this actually before I showed you, but here I'm thinking about doing sales. Like, if I actually have sales of my shop, or I could even do like what sales I had versus like what went out, like business expenses, any overhead. So I can kind of track, because I have been hemorrhaging a lot with this shop. But it's just such a passion project that I think if I can get on it and can be consistent, that maybe that will change. But who knows how the Lord will move. So, but maybe seeing it will be like, okay, maybe I do need to make a sale and stop just like making videos. Ooh, who knows? So here I already have some Q1 things that I want to do. So this would literally be my goals. And again, kind of like, what I love about this is that these work tandem together. So if you are a content creator or doing any type of content marketing, I can literally go to this and say, okay, for January, this is how many I want to do. I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long form YouTube videos. And so here I am. And then it's translated here. So I know like I don't know. I feel like these work tandem together. And because this is like my digital marketing plan, it is work related, not just like my content related. Because then also I want to go in here and be like, okay, I would like to do, my focus right now is growing an email and audience list because I have no followers. I have no audience. So here I think I'm going to do like what I actually worked on that day, because I don't know what else to use this for. So if y'all have any idea what y'all use this for your work or your own project planning, I would love, love, love to know, because I'm just not sure for this one. Here, I think I'll do like any project launches that I have. I don't do a ton of candle launches, at least not right now, because we are a homeschooling family. But when I do, like for instance, I'll be launching my new candle in December 1st. And this will like, I would have December 1st launching candles. So I would know like what I kind of need to work on towards then. So then for my daily, I kind of showed it to you earlier. So I won't like rehash it too much, but basically what I do is in the morning, I'll write down what I need to do for the day. Like I need to test candles. I need to pour candles. So like sometime that's what I got to do. And I think that's what I'm just going to continue to do. Like I'll be like, what's the move the needle thing? Like I needed to do fair photos. I need to do candles. Like I wanted to write 35 words of description. So it's just like I don't put where I'm going to do it, but then I kind of track myself afterwards to see like if I actually got anything done. I don't know. And then here I basically pray in the back here. I probably won't use all 365 pages this year, but like for instance, I do like a lot of like writing. Like I'm just testing calligraphy, it's nothing serious. It's not that cute, but like whatever the Holy Spirit kind of leads me to, or what I need to do, and a lot of prayers of like trying to get out of my own way, basically, and just trying to keep things really nice and organized. But then also like I am doing this digital marketing certificate, which is for work. If I have to re-enter the workforce, right? So it's like everything that I learned, and I think that I will do that, is like what I learned back here, or whenever I have a wholesale candle order, like I just had a white label candle order, I had everything, all her information back here. So it's just going to be like my projects specifically around Get It Together. So this one here is like my finances, because your girl is a shopping addict, not even a shopping addict, just a spending addict. And I do not say that lightly, because I actually am an addict that's in recovery, I guess you would say. Probably need to go to Celebrate Recovery, probably need to do the 12-step program. Just haven't found it in my local area that like works at my time. But so I'm not like saying this lightly. I do joke about it, but it's actually not funny. So this year I really wanted to have goals around my finances. One here is I'm going to, on the Calendex, to do what our budget is for the month, and then our daily spend. And I would love to see like a zero spend day. Like maybe I'll even highlight the zero spend. But I think this is going to be the best as I learn how to budget, is like what our budget is, and then what I spent, and then maybe down here what actually, if I stayed in budget. So let me know if that's how you would suggest a new financially literate wannabe go about it. And then for the months, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like, okay, this is what is actually due. This is a bill that's due. And then every single day will be like my total spend. While on my weeks, I'm going to have my itemized spend. So exactly what I spent everything on.
a little portion of what I made, any income, and then each itemized line of what I'm spending. Like I shouldn't be spending more than this, right? Like, and then it'll have like what I need for the day, or sorry, what I need for the week, and whether that be groceries or like toiletries that we need as a family. And then any kind of like weekly reflection, like a little bit, and then the categories broken down every week. So how much I spent in every category, and then my total spend for the week. I think that's going to be the best bet for this. And then back here, I have what my budget is going to be fixed and my variable budget and my why, like to remember. And then the rest is going to be a lot of just feelings, things to remember. And financial literacy. Like I want to take some financial literacy courses, and then I'll just put that back here. And I think this is so cool because, like, for instance, when the Hobonichi Frog and Toad limited edition came out, like I had already bought my homeschool planner and we love Frog and Toad. So I was gutted that I missed out on that drop. And I literally was like, how can I buy this? How can I get the money? What can I make it into? Like, what can I turn this into? And it was a whole thing. But I forced myself to just relax and not buy something. And then the next, like a month later, less than a month later, I was like, I don't even care about it anymore. So that was like such a cool thing to realize and to be able to document and then like go back and say like, wow, I actually didn't need it. And then here, I think I'm going to also do a want list because I have noticed that when I write the things that I want down, instead of impulsively buying it, that has really helped me to go back and say, I don't really think I want that. It was just in the moment. So yeah, this is going to be my baby. Okay. This is like the one I need the most. So moving on to our homeschool planner. So originally, if you're on my TikTok, Goods of Together, I said that I was going to do this as a toddler reading log because we read so many books in preschool right now. But I have decided that I am going to make this into a homeschool planner in general. So this will be where we do our outings and sports attendance. This will be where because we're in sports, so like the days that we make it to our gym classes and our ballet classes and our soccer practices. And then anytime we go and meet up with like other families, like especially homeschool families to like socialize and be together. Here we're going to do our monthly goal, like whatever the goal is for the month that I might be working on. And then here will be our attendance, and I'm going to keep our attendance records here. And then I do want to still stick with this whole idea of like a toddler reading log. So I think what I'm going to do is put our favorite book of the day. This might be duplicated. Like we tend to read the same book over and over and over. So that's okay. If that still happens to be the favorite book of the day, that's what we're going to do. But I want to have a collection of book covers here in this area because it's preschool. So we're not like going crazy with the material. But then, thanks to the lovely people of TikTok, I love everyone on TikTok so much. They're just such a community. This is going to be like one good memory of the day. So each one will be one good memory of the day. And then this will be our actual to-do of the day. Like I said, I think this is going to work because we're in preschool right now. It's not like a heavy curriculum. And I think this is going to be enough to show like what we need to do for the day, especially since we don't really use Saturday and Sundays. But this will be like one good memory of the day. I think that's just going to be so sweet. And then here on the back, I think I'm going to do like any type of reflection that I have, any book ratings that I want to put on our podcast or I want to put on our story times. And this is just a personal, like much more niche thing. I know this might not work for you personally, but just some ideas is like to actually rate the books that your kids love. Like we loved that book, or no, that my kids hated that book, right? Goal trackers, any type of new words that they come along. I just think that would be so cool because I know that Astral had said destruction the other day, and I was like, that's an amazing word. So, and then also like some kid art, like let them dig in here and have fun with the Tomoe River paper. So this is going to be kind of to the point, simple, easy, but just super functional, super functional. I originally wanted to give this to them, like later on, I wanted to give this to my kids as like a homeschool planner. I probably won't, to be honest, because it's going to be so functional, but I did love the Virginia Lee Burton because this is one of my favorite children books, and this is in our curriculum this year. So I loved that for 2026 this came out, and I'm just love it. All right. This one here is the last one, number 9. So this is, if you are on my TikTok, follow me on TikTok so I can also follow you and we can be friends in real life. This was a saga. And to be honest, I'm still going back and forth. So I actually have 2 ideas for you here of tracker. Not really health, more like food, because I feel like in this year I really want to get into cooking and I really want to get into not eating out so much. So this is right now going to be shown as food, but it could also be a daily bread journal, which is what I'm contemplating going between. Okay. So if it was to be, and I'll go through this quick, if this was to be health, I probably would do mood tracker, sleep tracker here. Mood tracker, sleep tracker, easy peasy. And then I think it would be so cool to do my actual like dinner meal plan for the family here in this area, and then also the actual habit tracker, because we're tracking water and we're tracking eating a little bit healthier. Food is really where I get lazy, and I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. So, and I thought it'd be really cool that if we did, if I did my meal plan here, actually highlighting it when I did it as like a little bit of a check reward. In the weeks, I was thinking of doing like, what am I doing movement wise for the day? And then, or splitting this into 3 columns or 2 columns, and like what I did for the movement of the day, and then also what we ate for the day, and kind of like tracking what we're actually eating so that we're getting enough protein and enough vegetables and all the things. And this kind of goes with the notes pages. I was thinking that in the notes pages, I could do all of my favorite recipes, but also it could be like my favorite recipe of the week would be here in this week. So it's like, okay, when I come back to it, I know I want to hit this for sure. And then this could just be a collection of all of our favorite recipes. So that is one way to use this. Another way you could use this is a daily bread journal. Yes, baby. Where you could, put your favorite, you could put your scripture of the day, you could put your gratitude of the day, and, a little bit of what you're kind of ruminating on, kind of what you're meditating on every single day. That could work really well. I feel like I will run out of space. That's why I keep going back and forth, because I tend to write a lot when I'm doing my scripture writing or even just my Bible study, things like that. I am in a full Midori right now. So it's like, I think I will run out of space. I don't know. So that's the only thing. But if you wanted to just make sure that you're in the Word every single day for even just 10 minutes, I feel like this would be perfect, like gratitude or a verse and then notes on that verse. And then in the back, you could do like more of a full like Bible study and what you want to do with like what you're learning, like word studies and cross references and books and, all the things in the back. So, you don't get too many pages unless you get that mega, but I think this would be a nice little, at least you did this. Like, at least you were in the Word this amount of time kind of deal.
Oh my gosh, if y'all stuck through that video, you are a real one like I would not have. So I hope this was inspirational or brought you some kind of ideas. And then also you could lend an idea to me, because like I said, yo girl needs help. I have so much I'm trying to plan, so much I'm getting together. Would love to take a bet if I'm actually going to stick with this, or how many you actually think I'm going to stick with. Comment below. I know that I will for sure stick with at least 4, but Beyond that, it's honestly anyone's bet. I love you. I thank you for being here. I cannot wait to see your own creations and what you're doing in your hobonichis or your sterling inks. And I would love for you to share that or share a link where I can actually go and we can be in community with one another. I love you. I hope that you feel blessed today. I hope that you see God in everything today. And everything I do, I hope that we would just glorify his name. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for being here.